You think you are lazy. No, you are not lazy. You are lost. Look at yourself. Scrolling. Waiting. Existing. 99% of modern men are walking ghosts. They eat. They sleep. They work. They repeat. Dead at 25, but buried at 75. Miyamoto Musashi called this a life without Kokorozashi. Resolution. Will. Purpose. Without it, you're just drifting wood in a raging river. If you do not find your own purpose, right now, you are doomed to be a slave to someone else's. Welcome to the dojo. Japan, year 1600. Before he became the sword saint, Miyamoto Musashi was just Benasuke, a wild beast, violent, aggressive, and deeply insecure. He fought meaningless duels, threw his life away for a moment of fame. He thought victory would fill the hole in his chest. But every time he wiped the blood from his blade, the silence returned. He was strong, but he was empty. Now, fast forward 400 years. Meet Ken. He is 28 years old, and his resume is a graveyard of fresh starts. Marketing, coding, sales, dropshipping. Every job starts with hope and ends with burnout 3 months later. Ken is not fighting with a sword. He fights with distractions. When the feeling of uselessness creeps in at night, he opens Netflix. He scrolls TikTok, numbs the pain with blue light, just to fall asleep. Ken looks in the mirror and asks the terrifying question, what was I born to do? The only answer he hears is silence. So he tries the modern solution. He buys the course. Find your passion in 30 days. He feels the rush of dopamine. This is it. I found it. But passion is a fickle lover. Monday comes. The excitement fades. And the work gets hard. He quits. Again. Because Ken, like young Benasuke, is mistaking a temporary emotion for a lifelong vow. Why does Ken fail? Why do you fail? Because modern society told you a sweet, comforting lie. Follow your passion. They tell you to do what feels good, to find what makes you happy. But listen to the brutal truth. Passion is an emotion, and emotions are biology, not destiny. They rise, and they fall. Enter Takuan Soho, the mentor of Musashi. He looks at your burnout hobbies and laughs. He says, passion is a straw fire. It burns bright and hot. But the moment the wind blows, or the wood runs out, it dies. A samurai does not live by passion. He lives by Kokorozashi. Look at the kanji for Kokorozashi. It is the symbol of the samurai, standing over the heart. It means your will, directing your emotions. Passion is childish. It asks, what can the world give me? It seeks pleasure, cheap dopamine. Kokorozashi is mature. It asks, what can I give the world? It seeks a mission. You are not finding your purpose because you are looking for fun. But purpose is not fun. Purpose is a burden you choose to carry. And unlike passion, a burden does not disappear when you are tired. So, why was it easier for a samurai to find Kokorozashi than for you? Is your brain broken? No, your brain is hijacked. Let's look at the neuroscience. Inside your brain, there is a war between two regions. Deep in the center is the ventral striatum. This is the pleasure center, the beast. It craves instant rewards, sugar, likes, adult content, video games. When you scroll TikTok, this part screams, more, more, more. But purpose, Kokorozashi, does not live there. Purpose lives here, in the prefrontal cortex. This is the CEO of your brain. It handles logic, future planning, and long-term meaning. It is a sophisticated executive function. Here is the tragedy of the modern man. Every day, you flood your brain with cheap dopamine. You create a dopamine fog. The screaming of your pleasure center becomes so loud that it drowns out the whisper of your prefrontal cortex. You say, I don't know what I want to do. Wrong. Your inner calling is speaking, but the noise is too loud. You're trying to hear a whisper in a nightclub. You cannot find your purpose while you are addicted to comfort. Biology dictates this rule. Silence the noise first, and the signal will appear. To find Kokorozashi, you must first declare war on cheap dopamine. You now understand the science. But how do you apply this? Musashi left us a blueprint called Dekodo, the way of walking alone. Here is the 3-step protocol to hack your purpose in the modern world. Step 1. Radical solitude. Musashi retreated to the Ryagando cave to find clarity. You must enter your own cave. We call this monk mode. For 7 days. Cut the cord. No social media. No news. No music. No external input. Just you. A pen. And a notebook. At first, you will feel bored. Terrified. Good. Boredom is the filter. When the cheap dopamine fades, your true thoughts will finally have room to speak. Write down whatever comes up. That is your raw data. Step 2. The death ground. The samurai code says, the way of the warrior is the resolute acceptance of death. Most men live like they have forever, so they drift. You must wake up. Write your own eulogy today. If you died tomorrow, what is the one thing you would regret not doing? Not the car you didn't buy, but the potential you didn't use. Regret is a compass. It points directly to your Kokorozashi. Step 3. Define your burden. Passion asks, what do I enjoy? Purpose asks, what pain am I willing to sustain? Look at your scars. What suffering have you overcome? Obesity? Poverty? Social anxiety? Your purpose is usually found in helping others survive. The same hell you just escaped, where your deep pain meets the world's deep need. That is your mission. The true test of a samurai is not on the battlefield. It is in the quiet moments, when the old world tries to pull you back. Here is Ken, back in reality. The phone buzzes. The distractions call his name. Come back to the comfort. Come back to the numbness. In the past, Ken would have fought this urge. He would have used willpower. He would have suffered. But today, something is different. He does not fight the temptation. He simply steps over it. He replies, no, not with anger, not with regret, but with the absolute certainty of a man who knows where he is going. This is Fudoshin, the immovable mind. When you have found your Kokorozashi, saying no to cheap pleasure is easy, because your burning yes to your mission is stronger. Look at him now. He sits down to work. He is not forcing himself. He is flowing. He has entered Mushin, no mind. Work is no longer a punishment. Discipline is no longer a cage. It is his liberation. The world does not need more followers. It does not need more men chasing happiness, comfort, or cheap applause. The world is burning, and it needs firefighters. It needs Ronin. Stop asking, what is my passion? Start asking, what is my duty? You now have the map, the cave, the grave, and the burden. The path of Kokorozashi is not for everyone. It is lonely, it is hard, and it requires you to kill your old self. Most people watching this will close the video and go back to sleep. They will choose the dopamine. They will choose the ghost life. But you are still here. If you are ready to stop drifting and start living, if you are ready to accept your mission, then make your vow right now. Do not just watch. Act. Comment, I walk alone below. Carve this promise into the digital stone. And if you want to master the way of the warrior, subscribe to join the dojo. We do not offer motivation here. We offer the sword of truth. Walk your path.